Today on Investigate TV Plus.
You know, when you lose a child, that's pain that alters. You know, there's nothing is ever the same again.
Two families grieve for lost loved ones.
She missed it all. My mom is gone for all of it.
Two families believe the deaths were preventable.
We took steps to try to get him help and support.
Our investigations reveal similar scenes happening across the country.
Hear those two families trying to inspire change so others don't have to suffer the same pain.
Plus, figure out if a photo is real or fake. We'll show you step by step how to read between the pixels and protect your posts on social media.
He's not fast. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Going beyond basketball skills, meet the coach inspiring students to overcome challenges on and off the court.
Even if you have something wrong with you, it doesn't mean you can't do anything that you love.
In-depth stories that inform and inspire. You're watching Investigate TV Plus. Thanks for joining us. I'm Lee Zurich.
And I'm Tisha Powell. An alarming trend involving teens.
While drug use among this group has declined in recent years, research shows overdose deaths have steadily increased.
According to a report in the Journal of the American Medical Association, in 2020, teen overdose deaths increased 94% from the prior year.
In 2021, they jumped another 20%. JAMA also reports that same year, fentanyl accounted for a majority of teen overdose deaths.
Reporter Heather Graff spoke with an addiction expert who says this dramatic rise illustrates the lethal potency of a drug 100 times stronger than morphine.
Landon was very bright, very articulate, very thoughtful.
Landon Hausman was a smart, athletic 16-year-old from Bethesda, Maryland.
He was a kid that you would look at and think, wow, here's a kid that's got it all going on. Here's a kid that's got a great future, that's got a lot that he's going to accomplish in his life.
But as his father Mark shows us photos of Landon over the years.
This is my favorite. This is first grade.
He says his son's smile masked an inner struggle that seemed to intensify once he got to high school.
The way that he dealt with a lot of the anxiety and the depression that he felt was through self-medication. My wife and I were very tuned into what was going on with him. We took steps to try to get him help and support.
Then in January of 2022, Landon died on his bathroom floor after taking a counterfeit Percocet pill laced with fentanyl.
As soon as I opened the door, I knew Landon was dead.
How often do you relive that morning?
You know, the sad part of this all is that, you know, you relive the circumstances of his death every day.
Mark believes his son likely didn't know he was ingesting fentanyl, which is highly addictive and can be lethal even in small doses.
It's hard to put that into words.
And Dr. Hoover Adger Jr. of Johns Hopkins University School of Medicine says that's happening far too often.
Most of the time, these young people have no idea what they've been exposed to. The first exposure is an exposure that could be a life-ending experience for an individual.
Among adolescents, fentanyl-related overdose deaths increased from 253 in 2019 to 884 in 2021. That's a nearly 250% increase.
How would you say fentanyl is driving the opioid epidemic?
Because it's so readily available. It's showing up in everything. There are a lot of knockoff pills. They look just like prescription medicines. And so you assume that if you're getting something that's a prescription that's coming from your doctor, it's safe. But these are things that are far from safe. I'm just hopeful that we don't have to get to the point where we have to lose so many young people, so many valuable lives before individuals wake up and understand that this is a magic moment. It's like the time is now. We've got to do something.
Narcan is a life-saving medication that can reverse an overdose from opioids like fentanyl. Advocates say it should be supplied directly to teens in order to get a handle on the crisis. And a growing number of districts have equipped schools with Narcan, including in Portland, Tucson, and St. Louis. Nationwide, at least 30 states have laws expressly allowing schools to carry and administer it. And now the FDA has approved Narcan for over-the-counter sales without a prescription.
We've been fighting to have that for a very long time.
Researchers from the University of Houston have also developed a vaccine that is being called a potential game changer.
So the key thing here is we can avert overdose.
It blocks fentanyl's ability to enter the brain. This eliminates the drug's high, preventing addiction and the physical symptoms that lead to overdose deaths.
It will benefit a lot of individuals. It will absolutely save lives.
Promising developments in treatment, but Landon Hausman's loved ones want fentanyl overdoses to stop before they start.
One of the most difficult things that my wife and I have had to accept with Landon's death is that this was a choice that he ended up making. At that moment that you're faced with a choice, what you need to think about is, more than yourself, what happens to the people that you leave behind if something were to happen to you?
It's a heartache Mark now deals with every moment of every day.
We're doing our best to keep him alive.
And in speaking out about his son's death, he hopes to spare other families from this pain.
We just want his life to be meaningful. And if his story helps another family in need, helps another kid make a smarter decision, then it's bringing meaning to his story.
A 24-year-old man now faces federal charges for fentanyl distribution, resulting in Landon's death. As for that vaccine out of the University of Houston, researchers plan to begin clinical trials in humans in the coming months, pending FDA approval.
Substance use resources for young people and parents, including support groups, peer networks, and treatment locators, are available through the Society for Adolescent Health and Medicine.
You can visit their website at adolescenthealth.org. Still to come, a diagnosis tried to derail her dreams, but a coach inspires her to keep playing.
He goes above and beyond for the kids, and he makes a big difference in their lives. He truly does.
Plus, no keywords needed. We'll give you an in-depth look at how to search using an image on a tool you already use.
And next, a family wants answers after a mother dies in a jail cell.
We didn't get to say goodbye to her. We're Catholic. She didn't get her last rites.
You can watch Investigate TV Plus anytime, streaming online. Get the app for Roku, Amazon Fire TV, and Apple TV. They're free to download.
A family in St. Louis wants answers after a woman pulled over for traffic tickets died while in jail.
They have filed a lawsuit and say they want to hold officers accountable so others won't suffer the same loss. Reporter Lauren Traeger has the story.
She had no reason to die in a cell over a traffic ticket.
45-year-old Kate Pinson was a daughter and a mother.
She was there for every big event. She did these awesome costumes for us every Halloween, handmade costumes. I mean, really a nice woman, like really good mom.
But she was also bipolar, struggled with substance abuse, first prescribed pills.
She had her first surgery about 23 years of age, and she was put on opiates for the pain.
Later, her family says, turning to fentanyl. In August last year, she was arrested for warrants on outstanding traffic tickets, was taken to St. Louis County first, then the St. Anne jail.
She was saying, "Mom, I gotta get out of here. I'm really sick." And she goes, "What I need to do is go to a hospital." And he said, "I'll call you later, Mom," and hung up the phone. It was the last time I heard from her.
Sally says she thought her daughter had bonded out. It was 4 days later, she says, that St. Anne officials told her Kate had died.
Monday, today's Thursday, why didn't you call earlier? And she had already had an autopsy. We didn't get to say goodbye to her. We're Catholic. She didn't get her last rites. It was a shock.
But what was worse, she says, is what she learned in the weeks after. The medical report says Kate's death was accidental from use of drugs, but that same report also says nothing was found in her cell. Kate's family obtained video of Kate in the hours leading up to her death. A corrections officer wearing a body cam attempted to take her blood pressure. She had chest pain and was vomiting.
I mean, it was obviously she was in medical distress, and they totally ignored it.
August 21st at 4:40, an EMS report provided by the family says paramedics on scene advised corrections staff Kate needed transport to a hospital, but corrections staff said she'd stay in their custody. Around 10:30 that same night, EMS responded again. Her blood pressure, a very elevated 164 over 122. But again, EMS was told by corrections officers that Kate was not being released from their custody and was staying at St. Anne Jail.
The paramedic said she needs to go.
Both times. They said she was not having a heart attack, she was going through withdrawals. There was no signs of drug or alcohol that she had just taken or digested, and that she needed to be seen by a medical professional.
Documents indicate she'd been found to be fit for confinement days prior, but Sally says Kate wasn't even given any of her medications.
She was going into heart failure and they just allowed it.
In the report, EMS officials said they were aware it was the second time they'd been called in 24 hours. They asked for an on-duty sergeant, but in the report wrote, quote, CO officer made no mention of contacting sergeant after being requested to do so.
Are those officials there responsible for her death?
Absolutely. They made the decision to go against the directives of the professional, the medical professionals, and they knew what they were witnessing. You did not have to be a medical person to see someone dying.
They treated her subhuman.
Kate's daughter Kayla says so much was taken from them.
She only got to hold her grandson 3 times. She'll never see my kids. My little sister will never have the Sweet 16. She won't have any more Halloweens. She missed it all. My mom is gone for all of it.
The procedures inside this or any jail for getting medical treatment, they say, should be crystal clear.
Are you scared this could happen to another family?
Absolutely, that is my biggest fear.
I want to see changes. I don't want another family to have a loved member have to be literally tortured in a cell and die alone.
We wanted to talk with St. Anne for this story, but we were told they could not comment due to pending litigation. Kate's family has filed a lawsuit. In St. Louis, I'm Lauren Traeger.
The Death in Custody Reporting Act of 2013 is meant to encourage transparency and identify ways to reduce deaths.
But a 2023 joint report by a civil rights coalition and a watchdog group finds the Justice Department has yet to collect reliable data. The report states the U.S. government does not know how many people died in law enforcement custody or while imprisoned each year.
Citing data from the Government Accountability Office, the study finds in 2021 alone, the federal government likely undercounted deaths in custody by nearly 1,000 people.
Still ahead on Investigate TV Plus, a young girl inspired to overcome a diagnosis thanks to a coach.
He helps me with my emotions. He's helping build her confidence.
Hear from a mentor teaching students lessons they can take far beyond the court.
You ready?
But first, we'll show you how to spot whether that picture-perfect image is one in a million or one of many. You can watch Investigate TV Plus anytime online. Just subscribe to our YouTube channel at Investigate TV. You can catch stories and full episodes. A photo used to be worth 1,000 words, but now billions of images and videos are shared online daily.
And with so much content at our fingertips, it can be tough to sort real from fake. But you can be your own investigator to find clues about the pictures in question.
Reporter Josie Sturman explains how to search using a photo and has ways to protect your post.
The internet is a place with a lot of theft, including of photos for lots of reasons. People pretending to be somebody else on a dating profile, just saying they took a really awesome sunset photo to get some likes, or making a fake online shopping listing to get your money. In this Be Your Own Investigator, we'll show you how to spot a fake or stolen photo. This first tip is pretty simple. You don't have to be a computer whiz, it just involves Google. Grab your suspicious photo, save it, and then just drag and drop it into Google. It'll show you all of the places it's been. Fewer places means better chances it's actually real. Be sure to check dates too. If someone says they just took a photo, but you can spot it online as far back as 2016, that's a red flag unless maybe they're a time traveler, but probably not. Another use, see if anyone has snatched up your photos of you and your kids and used them somewhere else online, claiming them as their own. Experts recommend watermarking your photos if you can. There are also services that will monitor your photos for you. With this Be Your Own Investigator, I'm Josie Sturman.
A reverse image search can also bring up other websites and pictures related to the topic of your image.
Let's say you scroll past a beautiful resort picture online and want to go to someplace just like it. Drop that image in search and find a similar real-life destination.
And you can also use an image search to shop for a specific product and its purchase link.
Next, his coaching runs deeper than wins and losses.
For a good bit of these kids, it's an outlet.
A coach uses his own experience to teach his students how to handle life's obstacles.
I'm Viv Williams with a medical mythbuster moment. The myth: 10,000 steps a day is the magic number you need to take to reduce your risk of dying. Researchers at Harvard University busted that myth. They did a study and found that women who took only 7,500 steps per day reaped the same benefits as those who took 10,000. One caveat: this study looked at death or mortality only. It didn't explore what the number of steps you take means to quality of life or physical condition. The study was published in the Journal of the American Medical Association.
Anyone who has coached a youth sport will tell you it's challenging, but also rewarding.
And there's a roller coaster of emotions throughout the season, not only on, but off the court.
And if you played sports as a kid, you probably have a coach or mentor whose lessons have stuck with you.
Reporter Lauren Korn introduces us to a coach in South Carolina who inspires his students long after the game ends.
Oh, it's about to be a long hour for y'all.
Oh man, oh man.
For a couple hours a day.
He's not fast. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Once a week. Kids learn how to run faster.
Come on, Max. Come on, Max. Come on, Max.
Get stronger. And practice their skills.
You ready?
At the helm,
Yo.
27-year-old Clinton Patton, known to the kids and their parents as Coach Trey or Coach Headphones.
I always have these on.
Because he never takes them off.
A little more, a little more, a little more.
You may have seen him teaching the brass section for St. James High School Marching Band.
Come on, keep coming, keep coming. Music is probably the only thing more than athletics that has impacted my life, has been music. Ooh, who felt that? Shiva!
But when he's not there,
get out of here! Who's next?
He's trading the hardwood floors to be top of the key at CC First Spin, a partial nonprofit organization where kids learn, play, and compete in different sports.
For a good bit of these kids, it's an outlet. It is a way for them to be doing something that will keep them out of trouble. We ain't pulling punches out here.
Coach Trey started the program 5 years ago with the help of his father, who first created the organization in Atlanta, Georgia.
Go left, go left.
I feel honored to be his first, student because, he's a really good coach, and I think he's going to help a lot of people in the future too.
You good, Max? I'm just messing with you.
Max Carpenter is an 8th grader at Ocean Bay Middle School.
Come on, Max!
And says not only has Coach Trey helped him hone his basketball skills,
there it is.
He's helped him get prepared before the games.
The mental game he really helped me with because I used to be very nervous in games, and he helped me overcome that.
Been in these meetings.
When you sign up for Coach Trey's organization,
good to the right,
which stands for Children Come First, you're not just learning how to strive in sports.
He helps me with my emotions. If I'm feeling down that day, we'll work on something, or he'll help me talk about something that'll make me feel better.
Camden Sewell says he teaches her how to work hard, stay positive, and overcome obstacles.
I love football and I've always wanted to do it for such a long time, and I just thought it'd be fun to just do it forever.
Sewell wanted to play football for Ocean Bay Middle School last year, but got diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. The 7th grader says Coach Trey
Sprint through, nice.
is making sure she'll be strong enough to try out for next year and to achieve her dream of becoming the first female NFL football player.
There it is.
All while giving life lessons along the way.
Even if you have something wrong with you, it doesn't mean you can't do anything that you love.
He's helping her emotionally and mentally. He's helping build her confidence.
Erica Hunton is Camden's mother.
I think Trey has a lot of passion for what he does, and it shows. He goes above and beyond for the kids, and he makes a big difference in their lives. He truly does.
Don't cheat. You're crossing your feet.
Calling him a mentor, a role model, and a friend.
I didn't know all that. Honestly, a lot of these kids don't realize that they saved me. Like a lot of these kids did. Sorry.
Coach Trey says his goal is to make CC First Spin a full nonprofit through sponsorships.
No, please.
So he can continue his passion for helping kids reach their goals.
Smooth with it. All we care about is getting work done, bettering ourselves, and coming together in like fellowship as a group. You tired already? Just be able to reach as many people as possible that'd be a dream come true.
We all need a Coach Trey. He's a coach, he's leading the band, just doing everything that needs to be done.
And he got choked up because they impact him as well too, which is really nice.
Yeah. Well, that's it for us on Investigate TV Plus. I'm T. Chappelle.
And I'm Lee Zurich. Thanks for watching.
Everyday items in your home deemed dangerous, but families are often left in the dark.
It's not enough. Do you see how many children continue to die?
Next time on Investigate TV Plus, the secretive process that keeps defective products on store shelves.
Plus, teens facing a mental health crisis, and many don't know where to turn.
It was dark. It was very, very dark. I was just thinking, like, why is this happening?
We share expert advice on how to tackle those tough conversations.